You sparking it?
Who's
Nah,
sparking
I
it?
ain't know. I ain't
He
know.
got
Oh,
it. You got it.
Oh,
You
you
got
know,
it.
I was
We
doing-
probably
I
already
know
on
me and Rez
drugs.
look
Yeah, we
at each
looked
other.
at each other.
We're already on drugs.
We're on drugs.
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
on
look,
drugs.
hey, y'all, look. We here, 4 quarters, the 4 compadres, man. 1, 2, 3 makes 4 quarters, man. We in the building. And today's topic is a very controversial one, or maybe it's not. It could be very conventional. It could be something that we always do, or something that we thought about doing because we heard certain things about different vices. But today's topic is about drugs. Drugs.
Yeah, man.
Drugs.
Yeah, man.
You know, so if I could spark this, I mean, sometimes, you know, when I want to catch a vibe, if I'm not into hard drugs, thank God, you know what I'm saying? I got different vices, but drugs are, and to be a little bit more specific, like I'm into edibles, man. I never really been a roll up dude, a wake and bake type of dude, man. But you know, if me and wife want to catch a vibe, well, I might have a long ass day, a stressful ass week. And I know the easiest way to get this edge off and just Netflix and vibe, or just sometimes we'll just go to the carnival or something. Like if one in town, like, yo, let's pop an edible, let's go on half on the edible, and then we just catch major vibes. So those are usually my way of like dealing with certain things, is just to take the edge off. I'm usually the type to just pop a nice little edible and catch a vibe, man.
That's what's up.
Sound like a vibe. I used to like edibles. I took too much. I took too much, and I didn't really like the effects of it.
I
used to
was
smoke
there.
too. Yeah, you was there.
I was there
Hey.
too.
Yeah,
I was there for
y'all-
y'all.
Yeah, your episode, Reggie episode on edibles is crazy. So I'm surprised you on edibles
Yeah,
right
I'm still
now.
on edibles, baby.
But yeah, I don't even smoke that much anymore. I used to smoke, not as much as Rick the Vibe, but I used to smoke. But now,
We
I'm not
used to
gonna lie
smoke
to you.
like that.
Yeah, we used to smoke like that. Like when we kind of started off FSC, not started off, but like in the middle of it and shit.
Yeah.
But now, I done took the red pill. Now I be microdosing on shrooms now.
Okay.
So those right now, that's the vibe for me right now. So if we talk about drugs, I don't even consider it drugs because it's natural. And the way it's made is like cooked in like chocolates and shit. So it's edible. But yeah, so I'm on shrooms. I microdose shrooms.
Are drugs bad?
It depends.
It
If you're
depends.
abusing.
Yeah, if you abuse them, right?
Yeah. They say everything a gateway, right?
You say what?
I said they say some drugs are a gateway.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Me, I like trees. I love trees, like, but at certain points or certain times in life, like, it's not good. My times when it's not good is like when I got a lot of stuff to do, because it does slow me down in certain ways. Like, I notice that, you know, like, it makes me more like lax, more like chill, more like, you know, like you don't really pay that much attention to time and shit like that. And then more recently, like, the weed been put me in a space where it's been making me feel more feel depressed. Like, I don't know, it's just the tree out here right now is like make me sad. When I get certain grades of weed, like when I get like when I get a good sativa, like a OG Kush, then I don't really feel that sad feeling. But all this new like Zaza and like exotic tree hybrids and stuff like that, it kind of like put me in a bad space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
What you think is a good age to start using substance? I know it's not only about like, you know, like weed or alcohol, because I know a person could be a drug, your computer could be a drug, your phone could be a drug.
Facts.
But since we're talking about like edibles and cannabis, what would be a good age?
I ain't gonna lie, good age. What I would recommend to people, I say 21, dog. Like I smoke sometimes, like while we was in high school, but I wasn't like smoking like my other homies, our other homies. You know what I'm saying? And them boys that smoke, they started probably like when we was in the 9th grade, like 9th, 10th grade. I know 10th grade, that's when shit really, like, them boys was really on the deep end. They couldn't control it. It does, you feel me? It does bring about like different behavior patterns out of you. And you know what I'm saying, it's when you in the age of where you still developing mentally and trying to figure out like who you are, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you shouldn't really like think about that, you know what I'm saying? Because it does have certain side effects, dog. Smoking weed does, you know what I'm saying? All drugs do. I feel like you should wait till you're 21. I ain't really start doing it. I ain't really, like, I smoked before, but I ain't really start going into, I ain't really start smoking a lot until I was in my 20s, like mid-20s, 25, 26. I feel like I really started smoking a lot when we started doing this. But it was more for creative purposes, at least. That's what I started telling myself. You feel
I was just about to say, is that the lie you telling yourself?
Yeah.
Or what?
Nah, but that really was the lie. I was like, man, I gotta come up with some shit. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first started, like, I had the giggles and all this other stuff. I was feeling like, all right, it's feel good. I'm feeling high. Da, da, da. Now it's like I hit the joint and I'll be like, damn, this shit got me feeling dizzy. You know what I'm saying? Grabbing and all that other shit. So it ain't the same effects. It's like you go through, like Red says, a gateway. After a while, you start wanting to get another type of high. You feel me? And I never got to that point yet, though.
You say you keep saying yet, like
Yeah.
you do keep saying yet.
Yeah.
But like for me, just like you, I started chiefing like. I never was an overachiever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like, but I did. I started chiefing like I'm probably like around the same age you did.
Yeah.
You know, but like my dad, you know, my dad used to smoke, but I'm glad he did a good job of
Hiding it.
Yeah, hiding it. You know what I mean? Because I probably would have been prompted to want to try it a lot sooner. You know what I mean? But even in me trying it, it was never a thing where I had to do it every day or every month. So it was like, for me, it was like very, very casual. It was like on something like recreational. It'd be more like maybe once a year, 2 times a year, then go a year or 2 without it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing that I really need. You know what I mean? I've been away from it now for a while, so for me, I don't need any of that stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, I know at one point when when you do hit the tree, like we used to go to the trade shows and stuff like that. Going to Vegas, we used to be in the mountains, waking up early, fire up, go run in the mountains, and come back. That orange juice just got a special taste to it.
What?
You know what I'm saying? The orange juice fire, the food fire. You know, it has those type of effects. But like for me, I like to be in control of what I'm doing. So I know for what I like to do, I just really can't handle it. Cause I know a lot of functional smokers, like plenty. Like even when I was in school, like my homegirl, like she'll fire up and go take a test and ace it, but she got to smoke every day. Like she smoke a lot, you know what I mean? But I just know for me, you just gotta know like what you can handle and what you can't handle. And like you, Reg, I had an episode on edibles. I ain't gonna lie, like I had a weird trip on the edibles. You know, I made promises with God, like on the airplane. That happened twice. Like
The last edible I had really fucked me up, dog. And I was mad at the fact that I brought that shit from somebody I didn't know off the streets of fucking Baltimore, dog. Yo, kid, I was like, I don't even know that. When I was trying to come down, I was telling myself, I was like, dog, why you brought something from somebody you don't even know for? Like, you buying drugs
in Baltimore?
Off the street. You don't even know this guy, kid. Like, he presented himself well though, dog. Like he had good manners. Like the way he walked over to the table, told us about his business
like
and stuff.
Up and down.
Yeah.
Little inside joke, y'all. Don't mind us.
Nah, but I'll never do that again. Like you said, I ain't even talked to God on that. I just evaluated it while I was high, and I just told myself that I'm never buying drugs off the street again, kid. Like,
then you do it again.
Nah, I ain't doing no more.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie. That time,
not an edible at least. Not an edible at least.
I ain't gonna lie. B More was at least you was on ground.
Yeah.
Cause I think you was the only one that stayed back.
Yeah. Me and
then, cause remember we ended up flying out there for the day and flew back the same day.
I'm trying to go back. I'm like, yo, when this happened?
We
had already left.
Yeah, we booked the flight to leave the same day.
Got you.
Rick stayed.
Got you.
But I wish I would have stayed because I was on the airplane. I kept pressing my head like before the door closed. No, when the door closed, it took over me. And I remember I was like, yo, I can't breathe. So I started tripping like. But I was trying to keep it cool. I remember I looked back because you guys was behind me.
Yeah.
And I was looking back, but I wanted to say, like,
I
help!
think
Like,
I
I need help. I want to get out. I need to get off this plane. And I remember I was sitting on the plane, and I remember, like, I pressed my forehead to the seat ahead of me. I mean, in front of me.
Yeah.
And so, like, I remember I kept pressing. I felt him, like, pushing back. I was like, oh, shoot. So then I was like, yo, I can't breathe. Then something was telling me you're going to die. I'm like, yo, I can't die in Baltimore.
Sound like my trip, man.
Yeah, then after that, I fell asleep. I woke back up. I said I wouldn't do it again. And then, like, I did wait, like, a year or so. And I think I did it again. Yeah. And then I was like, I tripped out on the edible. You know what I'm saying? But the edible, like I said, I like to be in control of myself. But
smoking, you can control it. Edible, you
Yeah,
gotta
take
eat that.
my
It gotta
ride.
pass through, boy.
yeah.
Edible, like anything you eat, it gotta pass through. Like for the mushrooms, you eat it. It's a passage to being in that euphoria feeling. You gotta go through something like it's quick. Well, at least for me, I had to go through like my stomach feel away, like I'm feeling certain things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you taking like turbulence, and then next thing you know, it's just like a bliss.
Yeah.
You're above the clouds, huh?
yeah, like
Yeah.
It's like that roller coaster.
yeah, gee.
Yeah, they come in waves. I ain't gonna lie. For me,
Yeah.
edibles, they come in waves, man. And
When like weird eye contact.
boy, when you catch that wave, boy, it's like, okay, we here.
Yeah.
And sometimes I look at wifey, or I look at one of the homies, be like, hey, that rock is taking off.
Hey, that boy, hey, what was that? That boy Red thought we was robbing
Yeah,
him.
he thought we was
Red thought we was
kidnapping him,
setting him
bro.
up. Red was
Y'all
on the
got the
edible.
feds on me.
Vegas?
Nah,
He was in
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
He was in Atlanta airport.
Let me see if I can remember this.
I think it was Vegas.
It was
in
one
Vegas?
of these
We was coming from the airport. We was going to the airport.
When I say
That boy
I
hit
was-
Max.
in Vegas.
We was
boy
in
hit
Vegas.
Max
We just-
up.
Cause we took all the edibles, the Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
all
yeah.
that.
We was scared to fly with
Like
them. This one
idiots.
you couldn't fly with all that shit. We just
So we just
ate everything. We
Ate
scarfed
everything,
I just
everything.
ate all the edibles.
And
I
we
ate all the
fired
lollipops, and then on top of that, I had a Gatorade bottle full of liquor. So double whammy. So boom, I remember it now. It's coming back. It's coming back. So we on the Sky Train, right?
Yeah.
I think we was on the Sky Train. Whatever. We was going to the airport or coming from the airport, and I'm like, yo, all right, everybody looking like aliens, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I'm sitting down and I'm like, yo, I'm seeing this man in like I remember it till like it was yesterday, man. Dude was like in a 3-piece suit. I'm like, nah, he the feds. I'm like, fuck, they got us, dog. So I'm like, damn, okay, boom. Maybe he just want to see where I'm landing. I'm like, cause he ain't arrested me yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. All right, so like, I got some time. I'm on the plane. I hit cap. I was like, yo, tell Nate I love him, man. It's like, I was trippy, dog.
I'm like, you gonna be straight, dog.
Nate is his son.
Yeah, Nate, my little man. So at that time, he was like a little boy. I'm like, yeah, tell Nate I love him, man. Everything gonna be straight. I was like, and then I hit up Max. I'm like, yo, they setting me up, man. I'm thinking my boys. I'm like, yo, they setting me up. They put it in my bag. I know that's what's going on. They put it in my bag. I'm like, yo, they setting me up. I was like, huh? You straight? And mind you, I'm talking to him or I'm texting him, but none of the things are going through because we in the air.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm wilding. I'm trippy. I'm wilding out. And when we finally got on, I told God, like, as far as I can remember, I was like, yo, if you get me off this plane, everything's straight. I'm never doing this again. Man, hey, 1 year later, like, boy, I was back on the edibles, man. But
That
yeah, that
nigga Max
was
hit me up like, hey man, that
Yeah.
boy really straight. He's straight.
all
He
the messages
tripping.
hit, and I forgot that I texted him and called him. I'm like, yo, hey, just be on point when I land. I don't know. I don't remember half the shit I was saying, man. But that was definitely a trip.
At one point, 'cause I was sitting by this nigga, right?
Next to me,
This
dog.
nigga-
And my fault again, dog. Yo, check us out on IG, FSC Brand Academy, and hit the link below, fsc.academy. Let's go.
The stewardess passing by with
Oh,
a
yeah,
flight attendant.
yeah,
This
yeah.
nigga's like, water.
It's mine.
I can hear this nigga. I can hear this nigga, but she can't.
Mine-
This nigga like,
mine-
water.
she was mad annoyed too. Yo, cause look, I'm on the lick and the lick dehydrated me, and I'm on the edible, so I'm starving and I'm thirsty. So I'm looking up. I'm like, why she can't hear me? I'm like, water.
I had to tap her. I'm like, yo, can I get some water?
Dog, and I'm drinking. I can't feel the water. So I'm just like, dog, it was crazy. It was a crazy trip, man. That was the worst trip of my life, dog.
Oh, that's
Oh man, I had a
My
mild
last-
trip. My last mild trip after that was like, I remember I was with wifey's and her new friends. Man, mind you, I barely know them.
Crying, bro.
So we at the dinner table. They was hosting dinner that night, and I'm sitting down, and we having a real like engaging conversation about Hitler and Nazis.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there. I'm like a fly on the wall. I'm just peeping everything because it took off.
Oh. Yeah.
And I just bust out laughing. Mind you, they having a whole conversation about Hitler, and I'm like, look. I'm giving you a fair warning, but I took off already, and everybody just started laughing and shit because it's like out of nowhere I just started busting out laughing about Hitler. I was like, there's nothing to laugh about when it comes to that. But yo, we was wild, man.
I ain't gonna lie to, I feel like it unlocks a part of your brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that edible, you can see everything. It slows
Yeah, you
things
see
down.
everything. Super focused.
Yeah, cause I think at I went to a wedding dinner, and I remember I took an edible before I went to the wedding dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
And I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I remember that.
I still got the
I
notes
think
in
I
my
remember
phone
it.
to
Yeah,
this
I
day.
think I remember.
Like I was watching like everything, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start taking notes on how I feel. And I was taking notes, watching
I remember that day.
everybody like
Yeah.
their facial expression. I wanted to see like how they felt, how people felt about me, everything. And I was reading it
Sheesh.
the whole time. I'm taking notes on my phone. People don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think Rick was sitting
Next to you.
sitting next to me, and I wrote down on my phone. I still got it on my phone to this day. I put Rick's a rock star. Like, it's a star I put on my phone.
Hey, I'm curious to see what that said.
I'm telling you, I got it on my phone.
You ain't gotta
right?
use no names.
Yeah, I got it on my phone, and then I put Then it was something else. A buddy of mine and his girl was like sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
And so I saw he was eating steak, and I saw like she was eating steak, but she was doing everything he was doing, and in my head I was just like, they're carnivores, cause they were like cutting up the steak and everything, and I put all these notes on my phone.
Yeah, you was trippy.
Nah, I was tripping, but I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it might not just be me, but do you feel like it opened up different parts of your brain?
No.
Like,
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said earlier, like I used to tell myself I need to do this so I could zone out and have ideas.
yeah,
You feel me? Because you see things differently for sure. No matter the substance, you see things differently.
mm-hmm.
I tried weed. I remember this one kid. What the fuck that dude he did? He was like a app generator or some shit like that. Yeah. And he gave you one too?
Yeah.
He gave me and
sure.
KP some Vibrance. And it's a form of Adderall, you feel me? He was like, man, I take this shit all the time. So I took that shit. I'm like, damn, boy, this shit really do how you floating and feeling good.
Laser
And
focus too.
yeah, like focus, zoomed in, you could talk
locked in.
and stuff like that. I tried that shit. Every substance does something. It's it's all chemical based. So everything like do make you feel a certain way. At one point, I contemplated like I asked my old boy about coke. Like I consulted with him before trying it, thinking about trying it. I was like, man, I'll be feeling like I need some energy. I need some spunk, man. Like, and he was like, man, don't do that shit, man. It's too addictive, man. Don't do that shit. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna do it. He's like, man, he got serious with me. He was like, hey, man, this shit ain't the same out here, man. They putting all type of shit in it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But I contemplated on doing coke. But coke is like the new wave right now.
Yeah, I never had it.
Like
desire.
what at the Dolphin game? I didn't even have a desire. It was more curiosity when I talked to him about it. I was playing in a way, but I really was kind of serious. But like right now, like in this age of my life, and I see a lot of people doing coke.
Yeah.
I see that shit by mistake, dog. Like niggas be right here every time to the nose, like so
shit
fast.
crazy.
I'm like, what the?
Especially in Miami, man. I done
What?
seen it in
It's
bathroom
mostly
stalls.
females. It's mostly
Nah,
females.
that's what I'm saying. Like I was actually in a bathroom stall with a dude in the other urinal. I'm just like tooting. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, dog, like, it's a movie shit, but it's real life for me. I'm like, yo, this nigga is really like tooting right now, like regular vibes. And then we get to the dance floor, like one of them crazy South Beach clubs, and I'm like, it wasn't a Mint, it was one of them spots. I forgot the name of it, but it's on Washington or whatever. and just chicks, just snorting off these. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's the
Crazy. It's the wave.
it's the way coke and like of course like pills and shit like that. Everybody heavy on pills right now. The thing I don't really like the most about like that type of stuff, like like I with weed it give you indicators that somebody like damn like he high. You feel me? Like I could smoke, you could see me with my eyes red, or I might have an odor on me. You know what I'm saying? When you do coke, you might sweat like crazy or some shit like that, or you might be super hyperactive or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like with pills, people be looking normal as fuck, but they be zoot like crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of like that vibrance thing. Like it had me feeling invisible. I ain't gonna lie.
I remember that vibe. I ain't gonna lie. I took that shit that same day.
Yeah.
I remember that shit though, cause that shit. I think I did like 4 designs that day. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
bro. That shit was like,
And I had you
yeah,
locked in for
it was crazy. But I ain't gonna lie. Oddly enough though, I ain't really like let that shit consume me, cause I felt amazing benefits. Like I'm talking about paying attention, like focused on whatever I was doing at the time. But it's like,
Hey, what's up, family? If you haven't already, if you're not following us at FSC Brand Academy, go ahead and do that right now. And also check us out at our website, fsc.academy. Don't hold back. Let's get it. The world needs your yes. Peace.
I ain't never got back on that shit. So like I ain't never really let that shit like take like, yeah, I ain't never really just muttered it like that. You know what I'm saying? I can mutt other things, but that I ain't mutt. At one point I was mutting like weed and shit. I was burning trees. I'm talking about like, I mean for me, you know what I'm saying? People smoke. I know people smoke way more than I do. When I was rolling up probably like 2-3 joints a day type shit. But
It's
yeah,
a
man.
lot, kid. That's like to be honest with you, dog. It's a lot when you got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Depending on the tree you getting.
Yeah,
Like you know what I'm saying. Every strand is different. You know what I'm saying. Got different effects on you. So for you to do that 3 times a day, a high might last you how long? An hour, give or take, 30, 45 minutes, depending on what's happening around you.
Yeah, I was big on sativas to get shit done. But where was I going with that? Shit. Go ahead and go on. I forgot.
Yeah, nah, you were saying that it was a lot for you.
Yeah, nah, but I was going somewhere with that. I forgot what it was. But it will come back to me though.
Oh.
Hey, well, there goes our sponsorships. Hey, there go our sponsorships.
This the bright side of being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta take no drug test. You know what I'm saying? We live free, but at the same time, boy, you gotta be disciplined enough to be able to be on whatever you want and still get shit done. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge people who do, you know what I'm saying, whatever they do, you feel me? Because you ain't even got to be using a substance like G said earlier. Like, you could just be somebody who just, like, social media could be your drug. You know what I'm saying? Pornography. Pornography.
Right. Yeah.
Too much of anything is like a drug for real.
That's what I was doing with that. Yeah.
I remember when I first tried the shrooms. That boy KP gave me this, like, I'm telling him how it's going. He's like, hey, don't abuse it, dog.
And what did you do, Rick?
I'm like, no, I'm calling him, telling him, like, cause you really, dog.
You tapped in.
Yeah, you tapped in, bro. Like, it's just like weird shit start happening, but you just start seeing it. You feel it at the same time. So I'm like, yo, Cap, this is going on. And he was like, yeah, your body's being receptive to it. Hey, dog, that's good. But don't abuse it, dog. Nah, it's some spiritual job for real, dog. Like, you're not supposed to, this ain't something you do like weed, dog. So I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, dog, that shit was fire.
You can take too much too. Like, you don't take too much of shrooms. I know one one of my good partners, B, he shared an experience with me about shrooms and shit that he had one time.
Legendary story.
I still remember that shit. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy if you take too much for real, but
Yeah.
you know, to each his own. I ain't gonna lie. Like you said earlier, I don't really judge anybody on their vices and shit.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
judge either,
Yeah.
dog. Like, cause shit, food could be a drug. Like, some people can't stop eating, bro. Like, that's their vice. Like, let me go just eat my heart out type shit.
Yeah, facts.
I ain't gonna lie, like food. I think I like sweets. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, like
Yeah,
rice.
facts.
My parents being Caribbean, I ain't gonna lie, like it's a little bit challenging to stop eating.
Yeah, they say sugar more addictive
Yeah,
than
yeah,
the
that's
most
fact.
addictive thing on this earth, dog. Like sugar,
And the things that we wouldn't even consider sugar, like bread, like you know, you just said,
like bread, rice.
We from the Caribbean, man, and that was like the part of our main dish. Main 1, 2, and 3, 4 dishes is rice, white rice at that. And what does it do? It breaks down into sugar. And some of us don't know that until you get older. But you ain't lying, man.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, boy. It's me really like finding the notes from 2021, dog.
You still looking for it?
No, I found it like
Oh,
it's
you
right
found
here.
it for
I could
real?
have made it up. Like,
Oh, man.
like I really like
Read some of
2021,
that
bro. Like
Boy.
I didn't even put. I said superstar, right? I put Rick entertainer, right? Then I put so Rick said, "Don't touch that, Mike. Let them clean it." Then I put Dash, never disrespect. Then I was like, then I put Mike, integrity. Like it's all right here. Then I put, I got the notes. I put,
You really got these
I
notes.
said I wanted to eat the steak, but didn't want to disappoint Mike. I ain't gonna lie. Then I put I don't want to be promoted as a smoker or a bad guy. I have to protect myself.
You was high.
Then I put mask off when high. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like
You see, you wrote blast off.
no. I said
Oh.
mask off.
Oh,
Cause you can't hide. So like.
sheesh.
Then I got real sad. I put I'm not operating in my greatness. They recognize it. I don't know what was going on. But like this is from 2021. This all happened.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was
forgot
all
about
off
that,
off the edible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like. I remember my brother was like, I left. My brother said, "You need me to drive you home?" And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Oh yeah, you did. You was
Yeah,
like,
drive me
man,
home.
I had to watch
Yeah, I was like, I had to get a ride home. But you know, that's why I don't really like to play around too much
Yeah,
with
I
that
feel
stuff.
you.
But I probably change gears a little bit because I know a lot of people watch us. You know, a lot of people, parents bring their kids to us and stuff like that. And I know they're gonna watch this. So I know in all the fun, because you know, we did dibble and dabble or whatever. And like you said, KP, Rick, you can't judge anybody on anything. But for me having a son, me having a 12-year-old son, I would never want him to like play with any of these things, honestly, because you never know where they would take it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we have strong will. We were lucky to have strong will because we know people that went to the other side.
Yeah.
That we played ball with, that grew up in the neighborhood. That even when we were shorties, doing dips and our homie laying on the sidewalk in his house right there.
Yeah,
and he was sleeping on the sidewalk and ended up killing himself, eventually. So it's a couple of stories that for us that we know people that personally.
Yeah, it could hurt you at the same time, boy. Nigga done seen the effects, most definitely seen the bad side effects. And they ain't all fun. You feel me? Like, I see the effects a lot. Like, and some people, they great already, and it hold them back from they true greatness because they can't get the monkey out they back. Like, for real, you feel me? Like, I stick with the stuff that I can control. Like some stuff, you can't control it, but I stick with the stuff that I could control. And I do what I do out of the fact that, what I'm saying, it used to help me more with creativity. And then like it does the other things I used to do used to like help me with what would you say, like productivity. Like, like the Vibrance and the Adderall type shit. That'll help you with, staying on top of your stuff you used to do, the stuff you need to do. But it ain't good for you, you know what I'm saying, if you abuse it. And I don't know, like with the kids, I wouldn't want my shorties to be on that, but I just know how curious they gonna be based on how curious I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a thrill seeker. I don't see that shit not being in their genes, though. You feel me? Like, I think this shit got passed. I'm better than my dad though. Like for real. Like, cause I could be a wild ass nigga if I was like,
Yo, my bad for the interruption, but I hit y'all with something. Are you trying to make your dreams become a reality? Go ahead and log on to fsc.academy, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I remember you told me one time. I was telling you about Adderall.
Huh?
I remember one time you told me. I was telling you about Adderall. I was like, yo, I stayed up all night. Yeah. I got all this shit done. He's like, man, yo, don't do that shit like that, cause you go depend on it.
Yeah, and I don't be liking that shit. Even like smoking, like before I started smoking, I'm still creative, but I never needed to smoke to
You
be
ain't
creative.
need a spark, yeah.
I ain't need nothing. I was just like naturally creative. Like I was always on some weirdo shit, like looking at different shit, doing like different types of art and shit. Just on some weirdo shit.
I miss those
first
days,
time
bro.
a nigga hit a joint, boy, I was tripping off the fucking walls, bro. Like I feel like it was because nigga was already like up there in my thinking or whatever. And then it's like, as soon as I took that shit, boy, it was like too much for me. I was overstimulated and shit like that.
I think that's what the drugs does to you. Overstimulate. Like, on top of the stimulation you already receive from like life and shit like that, it's just like overstimulates. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like weed is a gateway because it does a good job of like overstimulating you in certain ways. Like, food tastes better. You know what I'm saying? Sex is better. It's like this everything in the moment is like real, like when you chilling, relaxing is better. You get that edge off. But you know what I'm saying, like you get overstimulated. It's like, man, that's when you draining it, and you got to move on to the next thing to kind of like chase that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when you graduate to like.
No.
Yeah, I was about to graduate, boy.
Time.
I was about to graduate before, though. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was thinking about doing that shit. I was like, man, cause I was so low. Like, I ain't have no energy. And I was thinking about it, so I just hollered at my old boy just to ask him, like, yo, how this is. Mm-hmm. He done did it before in the past. Like, you know, that's like, in they era, that was they shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to him about it. He's like, man, he was laughing at me at first, and then he heard I was serious. He was like, man, don't do that shit, dog. That shit's highly addictive. He's like, it's highly addictive. I'm like, damn, this nigga see me selling the TV. He's like, it's highly addictive.
I'm sure the person that was stealing the TV and selling it ain't think that far. You
Yeah,
know what
you
I'm
should.
saying? So it just be like that, man. Sometimes you don't know where your vices could take you.
And you probably know who you are though. You're an old boy, so he knew you for how old you are. So he know your personality. So he probably gonna know that shit ain't gonna work for my little man right there, bro.
Yeah. What's the best drug you had?
Money.
What? That too. That's the second one.
Yeah,
oh, that's the first one. I don't even know which one better.
Money, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't gonna lie, that right there, I think that drug changed my life, kid. Like, for real. In the best way, though. Like, you feel me? Like,
that is, I mean, that could be a drug.
Nah, for real, though.
Yeah, it could be a drug.
G.
Yeah, it could be a drug.
Yeah, some niggas will spend their life savings on that.
Oh, yeah. And do a life sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And take a life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Sheesh.
Chasing that feeling, boy, that shit feels so good.
I mean, what? I mean, we could stay on that topic.
Yeah, we could.
But,
stay on it.
all right.
Pause.
That way, begging this thing. That way, kind of fierce.
I'm saying you stay on it. Pause.
This is where you put the commercial break.
Yo. It's you in the clip. In the clip you cut up, B.
Yo, I know y'all tuning in, but quick, dope commercial break. Look, check this out. Go to FSC Brand Academy And also check out the link below, fsc.academy, to get some enlightenment, man. We're giving you all the shortcuts that we wish we took.
Why do you feel like that's so addictive?
What?
Why do you think that's a drug? Like,
It just feels good, dog.
It's more than. It's probably more than the thing though. I know with me it'd be like
It's mental. It's all that, dog. Like it's physical and mental at the same time, dog. Like it's I don't even. If I could break this shit down, I might be able to like unlock another another side to me or some shit, unlock greatness. But it's like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When I was single out here, man, it was just the most fun part of like some new sack was just the thrill of the chase. And it's literally what happens, though. You come to your senses, like, man, come on.
that post-nut
It's
clarity.
Like, you just keep it moving.
what it's called?
That post-nut clarity, huh?
For real.
Yeah, after you done
post-nut shame. You're like, why did I do this?
Yeah, you like,
Oh.
I see that too.
But yeah, it's like, you know, it's a puzzle. Like, you gotta figure out the puzzle and shit.
Mhm.
And then you get the prize at the end.
I love drugs. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, but money, I ain't gonna lie. Money, oh boy. I think that's probably the best drug.
It is. It's the worst one too, though.
Yeah.
Well, cause like people will do some wild shit for money, boy.
Mhm.
Just
People do wild shit for everything.
yeah. Money, I ain't gonna lie, boy. You can't go without bread.
Yeah, money is amazing too. I ain't gonna. I'm taking this kind of back.
Yo, what's good, world? Hey, check us out, fsc.academy, man. You looking to get your brand to where you want it to be. You got this idea and you need help with learning the right fundamentals to building a brand. Check us out, man. We here for y'all.
You know what always throws me off though, when say like if you got a good job and then they drug test you randomly, and people are depending on you. You depending on yourself. And then like you still trying to smoke or do these kind of drugs, knowing that you put in a lot of work to get this great job.
Mm-hmm.
That's some retarded shit.
Nah, but there's a lot of people that do it.
Nah,
Like,
it does. I ain't gonna lie. I know some
like-
people like that. Like, personally. Like,
Yeah.
I know niggas that done made them mistakes, stuff like you, and then they'll turn around and call the supervisor or somebody who working at the company green. And it's like, bro, that's the rules, kid. You can't get around that. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
even for niggas who take it a step further, be on papers. You feel me? Like, and still do what they do and still think that they could take drugs while they on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they can't control it. It's real. I think it's more of a spiritual thing when you can't control it. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's when
What does it say about your spirit? Like you said, a spiritual thing. What is it saying about
I think it's like when you broken. Like when you really fucked up mentally and shit. And you searching and you can't find, something need to be fixed, but you can't fix it.
Or do you want to fix it though? Like,
That's on them person. I don't think so. I think they want to, but they may want to. Everybody may want to be better, but the want gotta be that will, that fight you put up. You know what I'm saying?
what about niggas who just don't give a shit? I ain't gonna lie.
It's a lot of
Niggas
people
that
who don't.
give a shit.
Yeah.
There's times I don't give a shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you don't care about fixing it. It's like whatever. Like
Yeah.
what about
Some
them
people don't. Niggas don't. If they don't, that's just them. They might just be a product of their environment. They don't see nothing wrong with it. Cause some people, like, if I was still in overtime right now, I walk to the store, I see bases. You know what I'm saying? I walk back, I see more bases. I'm walking up the stairs to get to my apartment. I see, niggas smoking weed. They weed might be dirty. You know what I'm saying? When you get into it, let's say if I'm one of them too, I vice on my time, I probably might not even see nothing wrong with it because that's the way my whole environment is. You feel me? I ain't gonna want to fix it because it don't look broken, don't feel broken to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know no better. A lot of people just don't know no better. You feel me? And they ain't see nothing better either.
That's all they know for real. That's all they
Yeah.
see.
Like, especially when you're in them crazy looking spots, dog, like, or them crazy spaces where, like, it's just a certain way certain corner stores smell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could smell booze, all type of shit, piss at the same time. People, you like, damn, but you congregating and doing drugs there. You doing drugs at the crib, around the corner. Them people probably just, I feel like spiritually they messed up, but like you say, they just probably so deep, or you know what I'm saying, they got a hold on them. You feel me? You don't never know. It's point of no return.
Yeah, I think some people do and some people don't.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like some people do and some people just don't. You feel me? Like, say like when you like saying say like your parents want to leave over there. It's something. It's like some sort of spark that make you want more. Like my parents, the same thing. They coming from the bottom, but from a whole nother island. So now you coming to the States where you got to learn the whole way how this thing work. Somebody has to have some sort of vision, like and want something different. Cause when you talk about change, boy, change is hard, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It be like sometimes I be wanting to change some things, and boy, I always go back to what my initial setting is, my initial programming. So you got to really want to change, boy. Because if you don't, like you look at people like Ant, you know what I'm saying? It's the same spot, you know what I'm saying? Same place. And look at him now, what he doing? Like from a cell, you had to want to get your GED from the cell, but now you done came out and he doing what he's doing. Old boy in prison for 16 years, or however it was. So it's up to you to really like want that change, boy.
It's definitely a decision you got to make for yourself. Nobody else can't want it for you.
Yeah, because the drug, whether it's a female, the drug, because I done got myself in situations where it don't have to deal with like a substance. But boy, where I've been like feeling like I'm an addict.
Yeah,
you can't. You stuck and you in the same cycle. And sometimes that's really all the enemy needs you to do. Like you don't even need you to be. They don't need. All I need to do is just put you right here and make you be confused, and then you just dance around in circles.
Attention could be a drug. Attention.
Trap, huh?
Yeah.
Trap. Like social media. If you don't use it, you know, in the way that if you don't use it in the way that you can benefit from it, that could be a drug. Like you'll be sitting on there. If you look at, you know, how it pop up on your phone. Sometimes it'll tell you the amount of time you spent on your phone for that week. If you look, it'll be hours that you spent on the phone. So that could be a drug too. Like I find myself sometimes like I go and press something on my phone and go to the app, go back. I don't check the app at least about 30, 50 times in a day. So you know that could be a drug. You got to really identify that you got a problem, and then it's hard to change, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Like I ain't gonna lie. As of recently, cause I always try to see the good in people, and sometimes I felt like I got that from my mom. And because I always hear my dad say something totally different, like, well, you play with him one time, that's it, it's dead. I never understood that mentality, but like now I'm starting to understand why you have to have some sort of a balance. Cause boy, it's rough, boy. Like for somebody to really want to change, like man, it's hard, bro. For somebody to really want to change, dog, you can't. You know, it's extremely difficult. So just like I said, some do, some don't.
Yeah, I feel that.
You feel me? Like you say, some people don't even care, and I'm trying to stay away from people that don't even care.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For my mental health, like, well, you don't care, that's fine. Just don't do anything that disrupt my life.
Right.
So keep your issue, and I'm gonna keep my issues, my issues. You know what I'm saying? We can rock out like that.
Who do you think you are?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's a good question. Who do you think you are? Like I've been trying to find that out, like figure that out. Because I had an idea for a long period of time, but then allowing myself to be exposed to a lot of stuff, kind of like tell you, like, you know, kind of give you like these false ideas of who you are, and then you start realizing. I know one time you said like recognizing your tribe. You start realizing, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't gravitate towards that. Like I know I'm not somebody that wake and bake. No knock to nobody who wake and bake. If we was out of town years ago, we wake and bake, I'm on that. But I know like
At this
Monday
space,
through whatever.
yeah.
I'm not waking up smoking. I don't think about liquor. I'm not waking up thinking I got to drink. I'm gonna do. My routine is my routine. Like I'm gonna wake up early. It's always gonna be early. I'm gonna, I might read it. I might read something. I'm gonna read something. Go to the gym or something like that, and then start my day like that. But there's reasons why I do that. 'Cause like you said earlier, money is a drug.
Yeah.
But with that bread,
Yeah.
like you getting money and you don't have you got freedom, no boss.
Yeah.
Like bro, like you could damage yourself.
Downward spiral. bro.
Downward
Can't control
spiral.
If you ain't got no like anchor, yeah, you gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, you out there in that you in a big boat with no anchor, you just floating. Nobody telling you when to stop or when to, you feel me? Like
Ain't no type of my boss is gonna kill me type feeling. Like you just like going for real, dog. Like, and that's the worst thing, dog. That's the worst thing.
yeah,
You touch on a lot, boy.
yeah.
The different types of drugs, and sometimes it's necessarily not even a substance, man. It could just be different vices that you just can't shake. And just hearing everybody talk, man, and just even my own personal account, sometimes what you may have been into as you grow and as you mature, or as you just develop into an adult, because we never not learning.
Right.
Like you could be in your 60s, 70s, 80s, God willing, all the way until whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think life is always going to teach you certain lessons, and you're always going to adapt and change with certain different things. So, it's just, I think as long as we know who you are, you're the core, the foundation, because you're always going to change, but your foundation, the core of who you are, always stays the same, then it's the easiest way to control certain vices.
Most definitely.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, to your point, is really true. Like, it's hard for someone to change for real, cause it's difficult. But I say, cause everything is addictive. As long as you just start doing it or taking it too much, it becomes addictive. But I would say, man, just change your drug up. Like, if one drug is damaging you, change your drug. Easier said than done, I know. But shit, working out has been a drug for me for some time now. Like, it's like if I don't do it, I get a headache type shit. Like, for real. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, that's normally how I go though. Like, people who be addicts, they just get addicted to something else. Like, most of the time they get addicted to religion and stuff like that. You know how like people who be in church, a lot of times like those people, they ain't just been like, like the godly person they is their whole life. They went through something, and more or less they went through something like that. You feel me? And like you said, working out, getting addicted to working out, getting it. Yeah, it could be whatever.
Reading and shit.
Yeah.
Just something positive.
Yeah,
to
positive.
Offset that negative shit. But like you said, you go to other drugs. So, what's up?
I was gonna say, hold on.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, just going to something positive and like offsetting that negative and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So we go try some things. You know what I'm saying? Then we go be back for the next episode and go tell y'all how it was. You feel?
Don't do drugs, kids.
After all that said, don't do drugs.
No,
Just
deadass,
say
don't
no.
do just
There.
no.
Yeah. Hey.
how long was that? We forgot to say 4 quarters.
Yeah, I can close it. Say whatever you feel.
You want to close it?
Alright, that's what it is, man. Just say no, but also say yes to your vices that keep you in a positive light, man. 4 quarters, baby.
4 quarters.